everyone. This hopefully will just be a short channeled message. I have just connected with my team. I have no idea what's going to come through. The minute there doesn't seem to be a theme as such. I'll leave that in their good hands and we'll just see where this goes. Okay, give me a moment. Believe in letting go, allowing yourself to just be free to be your soul true self, to release the masks that we wear, to find the person that is buried deep within. Each of us has our own set of masks, and these are hugely important. They play a vital role in daily life here in the 3D world. But there comes a point in life where you have to become aware of it. You have to remove those masks, even if it's only for a short period in time, just to take a layer away, just to reveal a tiny little glimmer, a little glimpse of who lies beneath. If we just spend our entire lives just hidden, trapped beneath this facade, this exterior which doesn't truly belong to us, then we never fully feel, we never get the opportunity to connect deeply with ourselves, with our soul. We just live a sort of a fake version of ourselves here in the 3D world. And as a soul, that was never the intention. You were never meant to come here and just join the sort of the circus, so to speak. You weren't meant to be here just prancing about, having a great time, having a laugh. And I mean, I'm not saying it's always fun and games, because we know it's not. It can be quite the opposite. But it's also not just a playground. It's not the theatre where it is just a performance and a show. There is some great work to be done here, and that does take courage. That does take you having to stop and address situations, issues with your life, whether things are going well, whether things are a bit confused, a bit tense, and being unafraid, having to step up and take that courage to remove some of those layers and to take some of those masks down. And it's very appropriate that they've come through with this message, because just last night I was having a conversation with my daughter who's 9, and there'd been some trouble at school, and we were talking about masks and the fact that we all wear many different masks in different situations. And I wanted her to realise that that is perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong with that. You can behave one way at school and another way at home, and with different friends even. We all do that, even if some of us might deny it, might say no, I don't do that, I'm just myself. We all do it. You might find you're just more comfortable with some person, and with others you're perhaps a bit more guarded, or with one person you might be more relaxed and just upbeat, and you're prepared to take risks and have fun. Others you might feel more reserved and a little bit nervous, a little bit tense. Now, just being mindful of the masks you wear in different situations. You may have at some point in your life found that somebody said to you, a close friend or a loved one, you behave differently around them, or you're not yourself in that sort of group setting, or other people are more aware of the change within you than you are yourself. And again, that is understandable, that is normal. But I feel that as a soul, this is something we do need to be consciously aware of. We need to try and work towards uncovering the truth that is buried within. So, being mindful of the mask, being aware of how you feel in different situations, is discovering the layers within the 3D. And if you can do that, if you can observe and sort of just strip away some of that information to find out why you do that a certain way, why you feel this way in another sort of situation, then bit by bit, by pulling those bits of thread out of it, you then can see the greater whole that lies beneath. And as a soul, we don't even need those masks. You are so pure and you are so at ease with things. It is literally, it's experience, society, it's emotions, it's what's happened to you that has made you get to a point where you felt the best and only way to handle that feeling is to just sort of mask it. To just, I'll just block it out by putting this on, and then I feel better. And I know for many of you that is a tough thing to face. having to really sit with your feelings and think about why you might do that, or perhaps the other, why do I avoid this? Why am I avoiding a certain situation? Why am I pretending that that isn't for me? Perhaps there's something in your life that you're drawn to, that you really want to take a leap of faith and join or participate in, but something is stopping you, something is blocking you, and so you continue to wear a mask to pretend that you're happy, that you don't need it, that that's not meant for you. There's fear there, and that's why we wear the masks in the first place. It is a form of protection against fear of self-doubt. You know, we are sort of cradling ourselves. We are keeping ourselves away from what we seem as danger. And the soul can help you overcome that. The soul can awaken you to the truth. It can guide you gently and nurture you. It can sort of bob you along slowly past those fears. So at no point do you feel like if you're taking that mask off, you're thrown at the deep end, you're going to drown, you're going to plunge. You're not. You just need to take that time to tune in with your soul and ask for some help and guidance on that. And your soul isn't the only one here. We can connect with our loved ones who have passed over. We can connect with higher realms and angels and guides. And all of those beings can help us transcend fear into light. You can get to a point where all of this resistance is gone and you're just free. You're at peace with yourself and you understand yourself better. And again, as a soul, that is what we're working towards, understanding the blocks that we create in this 3D physical reality, because there's always going to be a sense of self-doubt or a fear or something that niggles within life. And if you can be mindful of it and be aware of it and take the reins back, regain that control, instead of just allowing the mask to come on, to stay there, to block it out, and you to be suffering in silence perhaps on the inside, you can take the reins back, you can regain your strength, and you can say, right, I'm aware that that mask has been put on. Why has it been put on? What am I feeling here? And sit with it for a minute. Don't just squash it, just allow if you can. And then if you feel ready, and only when you feel ready, you can just say, well, you know what, I don't need to feel like that anymore. I understand the situation. I understand why I've done it. Even though it's been subconscious, I'm aware of that now. And to be honest, I don't need to do that. I know I'm okay. And I will be okay. And if you are affirming to yourself daily, that you are okay, you have your soul, you have your team, your guides, your loved ones behind you, and that as long as you're open to that intuitive guidance, that you're ready to receive that, the support is there to get you through it. You do not need to wear the mask. So bit by bit, you're just stripping those layers of the masks down. You're filing down that sort of rough, grainy energy and that facade that isn't really you. It's a tough exterior, which is great to hide behind. It's almost like, the crab in its shell. But inside, there's this lovely, beautiful, soft and gentle, open, free. You're just free. As a soul, you are ready to just flow out into the world, to just go with grace and beauty. And all of the energies of the 3D world are tough to embrace and embody. And so obviously it feels easier to just put on that mask and to just pretend and to just hide away. But in truth, in the long run, it isn't. It just means we are never fully coming to terms with who we are, how we feel, and what it is we desire in our life. So try and just think about that. Think about different situations in your life where you may behave differently, where you may feel differently. Just being mindful of your own emotions, your own energy. And as I said yesterday, certain situations may feel as if, your vibrations just switched and it's just changed, and perhaps you just feel down, you feel low, or you feel drained. Being mindful of that and also seeing how you handle and respond to that. So do you sit with it? Do you adjust and adapt? Or do you wash over it, bury it under the carpet, put your mask on and just get on? Take the time if you can and ask for that help. And hopefully that will get you to a place where you are just more comfortable in this human form and your soul will have that opportunity to come forward, to support you, to nurture you, and to just hold you. Because really, we are beings of light and love. We are not meant to be kept in this heavy, dark energy that is a 3D form. This is our learning, this is part of our sort of school and our education, but it is not the whole of who we are. And as I've said before, I think for a lot of people, myself included, we go through phases where we do allow ourselves to be swamped and almost swept away by the current here in 3D life. And sometimes we just need that to be shook up. Something happens, we have a tower moment, our life turns upside down, and we have to actually stop. We are forced to stop and pay attention to what is going on. It is vital. If you want to heal and if you want to grow as a person and as a soul, it is vital that you dedicate that time to take a step back and look at things from a deeper perspective. Don't just go through life on surface level. Don't be superficial. Don't wear a mask all the time. And I'm not saying you can't wear one some of the time. Do. You know, there are situations where that is what you need, and that is the best way to handle that you know, person or circumstance. But just be aware that there are times when you can take it off and you can just release your guard. You can just be free and you can be open to the love and that blissful energy that is you deep inside as a soul. I hope that helps. I hope I don't waffle on too much, and the guidance they give me here does resonate on some level for you. As I say, I never know what's coming, and at the minute there are a lot of synchronicities with the readings. Things are overlapping, and there's themes coming here that are cropping up time and time again. So they are, in the eyes of those in the higher realms, they are obviously very important. So I hope you can do that, even if it's only a few times, and then as and when you're ready, just keep trying to reinforce it, keep trying to bring it back into your life, keep being mindful, keep your eyes and ears open. Don't go into your day blind with your shutters down, wearing your mask. Wake up, turn on the lights, have your glasses on, have a good look at what's happening. Okay, thanks everyone, bye.